essentially we're in a frozen conflict with China since the border conflict in 2020. So we have a border problem with them also. You have been extremely vocal about the challenges presented by China's rise. How do you see India's role in meeting the China challenge globally? What are the strategies that you see as successful? And before that, what do you think this frozen conflict will how will it evolve?
Goodness. So I was in the middle of it in 2020, working with your government as the Chinese were attacking Indians on your northern border. Your folks did amazing work. You should be very proud. Myself and Secretary Esper were pretty good too. We provided, you asked, we answered as quickly and as fast as we could with the things that you all said you need to not only repel in the moment, not only for the tactical moment, but for the things you needed strategically to prevent China from continuing this indecent onslaught on India. And so, it's still, as best I can read, I no longer have access to classified information. As best I can tell, it's still pretty tense in the region. I don't think Xi Jinping has changed his view that he'd like to continue to literally move the goalposts in the region, and you all should be vigorous in defending the things that are yours, the sovereignty that is yours. More broadly, that India's role isn't something, sometimes I hear people say, well, what should India do in the future? It's today. We're living this today. This is a real-time activity. The Chinese Communist Party's effort, we see it with the debt that sits in Pakistan and their efforts to control Pakistan. We see it in Africa, with their efforts to use their money to exert political control all throughout good swaths of southern Africa. The time is now. The time is for each of us. This is an economic conflict. I described the Chinese Communist Party have been at war economically with the United States for 40 years. I think that continues to be the case. And so what India should do is continue to grow and prosper. It should continue to provide for its own security. That's both building its own national security systems along with its partners in the region, but also the work that's being done to build up your defense industrial base here is absolutely vital. You're becoming a significant exporter of systems to the world. I think that's really important. It'll create jobs and wealth and prosperity here in India. That is fantastic, important. You can't have a secure nation without a prosperous economy, right? My most important tool as Secretary of State, it mattered that we had a really good Navy and a kick-butt Army guy, I could say that. But what really mattered was that we had the American economy and the fact our capacity for innovation and creativity, just as you do here in India. And so if you said, what's the absolute most vital thing that India can do to confront the Chinese Communist Party is continue to grow and to build your economy and to educate your people and to train the next generation of technology workers and manufacturing workers. All the things that create wealth and prosperity will be the same tools that will convince Xi Jinping that continue to threaten the world's not in his best interest. Those are the ways that we do it. It is the twin pillars of economic might and a military capability that go hand in hand to create the very deterrence that the world needs.